Hi guys, welcome to Mubarak Talks Daily. And we'll talk about today. We'll talk about the speaking, how to speak in English in the exam exactly. So we try to get some feedback from the teacher who got the eight in IELTS speaking. We can learn how to study, how to get prepared for the exam, especially for the speaking part.
Okay.
Let's get started, bro.
Okay. Hi guys, it's me. I'm Dr. Kraft again. Okay. Today will be a little bit introduction or a new type of podcast. Like let's call it like this. From tomorrow, we'll discuss different kind of topics. For example, it will be mostly we'll discuss part two and part three questions and IELTS speaking. And it's kind of be it's really cool for you guys to improve your like I say, listening skills and speaking skills as well too. How to prepare for part two questions? I think there is kind of rules and strategies to prepare for part two, but there is a big but. You should have good general knowledge of English. So in order to prepare for this, if you don't have it, for example, if you don't know how to use linking words, if you don't know how to make a sentence, but the strategies it doesn't work. It don't work for you. So first of all, how to improve speaking? I guess it's better to. There's a lot of ways to improve speaking. One of the ways is to have a speaking app. Really, we want to talk about the roles of app in language learning. So we are right now. I really want to mention this. You got an app, for example, it can be a Tandem. You will download the Tandem, you'll find a partner, you talk every single day. So it's going to be a really cool thing because you communicate through the day, in the evening, in the morning, and every single day. It's really cool. Second, best thing is you don't need a partner. You choose one topic. You choose one topic and you talk about things for 5 minutes. For example, choose mother and talk about your mother for 5 minutes. It will be really cool. And then when you feel that your English is getting better, you have to increase the limit of the time. Time limit. So it will be 10 minutes and 15 minutes and 20 minutes. It's really cool. You will improve your fluency. You will improve coherence and cohesion as well too. It is really kind of cool. And third, only improve, but the main foundation of the speaking is listening. Without listening, you will not improve your English. You don't know how to put stress in a sentence. We will have a problem with the pronunciation as well too. There's a lot of pronunciation, for example, many kind. So that's why we really kind of hope to our podcast from tomorrow. Our podcast will be very beneficial for you guys to improve your listening skills, to improve your speaking skills as well too. It is gonna be really cool. It is kind of very cool. So every single day, we're going to talk about one part two topic and a related part three topics. It's kind of really cool, guys. So you will listen to the candidates who got 7.5 and speaking and 8. It's going to be really cool, guys. So, Derbik, do you have any question or
I have a
ideas
question.
to share with us?
Yeah, I have a question and also some ideas to share. So the first question is, what do you think about that situation? So some students want to take the test, and before improving their general understanding or general speaking skills, language skills, they try to read, simple answer, the band 9 simple answer, band 8 simple answer, part 2 or part 3 answer. We know it's totally wrong. It doesn't work. We got it.
Okay.
But what I mean by that is, how about reading simple answer if you have a good understanding of English? It works or it doesn't work?
Okay. I don't know for others. In my case, I read simple answers, but I don't steal ideas. I steal only vocabulary. So it means I don't learn the all simple answers by heart. I just steal vocabulary, good expressions. good expressions. I don't steal ideas. If there is ideas, it's not gonna be an original version of your speaking. So, and for me, maybe it's some of you guys who are listening to us, maybe you stole, it worked for you. I don't know exactly. So I'm talking about my personal experience. So I don't steal ideas. I don't learn them by heart. I just go through with them. Of course, I go through with them. I steal some good vocabulary and expressions. I really want to put it in my speech and use it in a natural way when I'm taking the test.
Yeah, cool. And I have another question related to improved speaking generally. So,
Okay.
what is the difference between the IELTS speaking skill and, I mean, general conversational skills? For example, do you know some people who got the 8 or 7 in IELTS speaking exam, but they cannot speak properly. They cannot use the language they acquire. So what do you think about it? It may happen. So what should we do to avoid some kind of problems? I mean,
Exactly. But well, IELTS is the exam. You will prepare for the exam.
yeah,
You will you know what kind of type of questions you will get, and you will prepare for this. And daily life conversation is a total different thing. You talk about anything. You talk about everything. So it's total different thing. In daily life conversation, you don't prepare for the questions. You don't prepare for the person. You don't prepare for the examiner. And IELTS speaking is kind of different thing. It's total different thing. If you have good knowledge of English, I think it will be better to go through the tips and tricks, strategies, and speaking part 2 and speaking part 3. There's a lot of strategies we'll talk about in our next episodes of Word Talks Daily. And yeah, that's it, I guess.
it may be the last question in
Okay.
today's podcast. So, in some cases, if students have been studying for English for maybe 2 years or 1 year, they know English a little. So, and they said when they have been preparing for the IELTS speaking exam, so they think that I don't have an idea to talk about part 2 because they haven't talked about that idea in Uzbek also. For example, talk about your amazing childhood dream, but we haven't talked about in Uzbek also, or talk about
The amazing childhood, yes, exactly.
For example.
we haven't talked about it exactly.
yeah, I mean, in other topics also, maybe about the product, about service. Yeah, we may do it in our daily life.
Okay, in this case, you have to collect some ideas from Google.
Uh.
You Google it and collect some ideas.
I mean, for example, about technology. They can ask a question about technology in part 3, but in Uzbek, we don't think about that question. For example, how will technology affect our life? So we haven't discussed it in Uzbek. So how can you find it? Google. The one way is Google.
The one way is Google. If, for example, you put a lot of listening and like you spend a lot of time into listening, and I think you've already gotten some ideas to talk about it. If your general knowledge of English is really good, you can talk about everything. Maybe it's not C2 level, but C1 level. It's possible. It is possible.
Yeah.
If, for example, you are aiming for higher like score in an IELTS, you have to prepare it.
Yeah.
You have to prepare every single questions, every single topic. But still, there is a foundation of the speaking is to listening. You should have put a lot of extra hours to listening to something, and you know how to make a sentence, and you know how to talk. We don't have like a pronunciation problems. It is kind of, if your foundation is not really good, but still you're building kind of shakes.
Yeah, you mean before the taking some problems or challenges in IELTS speaking at the exam into consideration, we should learn how to speak first, and we can move on for exam preparation.
Exactly. You have to be like intermediate level to talk about everything.
Cool.
Intermediate level, it means you understand everything. You can listen, you can write, you can read, and it is kind of things. So, guys, this is a wrap-off of, I think this is a Duo 10 episode. And then from tomorrow, it's going to be a new style of version of Word Talks Daily related to part 2 and part 3 questions. See you guys next episode. It's going to be very cool. And 2 months, guys. It's going to be February and March. It's going to be really cool, guys. Thank you very much for listening to us. See you next episode. Bye.
Okay, bye, guys. See you later.